the last habit, which is environmental design and removing distractions instead of fighting them. So many times we have distractions and we try to fight them instead of just completely removing them. One example, as we were saying earlier, is social media. If social media is being a distraction, instead of trying to fight it and try to justify how much of a benefit there is with it because you get reminded and this and that, weigh the pros and cons. And you will see that if you actually completely remove it, instead of trying to fight it, it will give you more focus and it will give you more of a fresh mind now, because you don't even have to think about it. You don't have to be distracted by the fact that it's there. And this is why last year when I went to, or 2 years ago actually, when I went to Mauritania, we went on a Quran spree. We went there for 4 months. We wanted to memorize as much Quran as possible. When I was there, I realized that having Instagram in my life, there was more harm than benefit. So at that time, I deleted my Instagram because I realized that even though my phone was locked throughout the whole day, the fact that when my phone was now unlocked, the first thing that I'm thinking is, grabbing the phone. Instead of now that I'm done with the heavy lifting throughout the day of memorizing, for example, or revising, now I might want to chill and just read tafsir. And subhanAllah, I realized that the cons were more. So I just decided to get rid of it and just delete it. And it was very beneficial, and it really made me realize that when distractions are not there, focus is always there. But when the distractions comes, now you think that you are distracted, you're trying to find focus with the distractions. But the reality and the fix is that for you to focus, you just need to get rid and completely delete those distractions. And this happened to me many times in my life, or I would say two main significant and clear times. One, it was not long ago in the UAE. For about 4 hours, the electricity of a whole neighborhood was cut out, which was very surprising to me because the first time that this happened, it was in Mauritania. But the UAE is quite advanced. So the point is that not only for myself, but I heard it from people around me. They said, subhanAllah, when there was no electricity, I found myself reading. And the thing is that when electricity is there, then the Wi-Fi works, then you are on the phone and you are on social media. So the last time that this happened was in Mauritania as well. And for 2 weeks, then the internet was cut up. So there was only data to call. There wasn't even data to get online or on social media. And in those 2 weeks, I did something that I was procrastinating to do for, I think, about 11 months. And it took me literally within those 2 weeks to complete it. So I realized, like, subhanAllah, when distractions that you know are distractions are in your life and you are procrastinating to get rid of them, sometimes it might be social media, sometimes it might be something else, sometimes it might be a person in your life. When you get rid of them, or when you are forced to not use them because of a cutout in the electricity, you realize how much efficiency and productivity you will gain if that wasn't in your life. And then if you're smart enough, you will decide and make the step of actually deleting them. So removing distractions is basically environmental design. Environmental design could look, and is something that is used as well when you go to supermarkets, for example, when you're about to go to the cashier and pay, you see all those little gums and those little chocolate bars. That's environmental design. In marketing and in business, they do it. So when you're about to pay, you say, oh, I might as well grab a gum. So they are trying to make you spend a little bit more within that time that you spend in the supermarket. Social media, they do the same thing. They try and show you as much content that you like to keep you on it as much as possible, because then they are going to monetize your attention by letting businesses pay, in this case Instagram, Meta, to show you ads that perhaps make you buy something that you're interested in. So likewise, when environmental design in your life, the way how you can apply that is by, for example, if you get distracted by one particular thing, the most common example in 2026 is your phone. If you get home and you know that most of the times you cannot do that 5 to 9 shift to learn the Arabic language, or even before Fajr, because those are the best 2 times. If you cannot do it because a distraction, billahi alayk, and I beg you, just go ahead and use environmental design. And perhaps as soon as you get in the house, lock your phone away. or as soon as you get in the house, I don't know, delete Instagram. To be honest, just delete it as a whole if you don't need it for your business or whatever it might be.